Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking an exclusive look inside one of the most famous and powerful buildings on the planet, the White House. It's more than just a home. It's a living museum, the nerve center of American government, and a symbol recognized worldwide. But how much do you really know about what goes on behind those iconic white columns? Let's find out. The story of the White House begins way back in 1790. After the American Revolution, President George Washington knew the new nation needed a proper capital. He selected a site along the Potomac River and announced a competition to design the President's House. The winner was an Irish-born architect named James Hoban. His elegant neoclassical design was chosen, and construction began in 1792. It's fascinating to think that the White House is actually older than many of the world's most famous landmarks. Building this grand residence was a massive undertaking. The cornerstone was laid on October 13, 1792. The iconic white color wasn't just a style choice either. The sandstone walls were coated with a lime-based whitewash to protect the stone from freezing temperatures and moisture. This is how it earned its famous nickname, long before it was officially called the White House. It's a common myth that it was painted white to cover scorch marks after being burned by the British in 1814, but it was white from the very beginning. Speaking of that fire, the War of 1812 saw British troops capture Washington, D.C. and set fire to the President's house. Only the exterior walls remained standing, but the building rose from the ashes. James Hoban was brought back to oversee the reconstruction, which was completed in 1817. Over the years, it has continued to evolve. The south and north porticos, those famous semicircular and columned porches, were added in the 1820s. And in 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt officially adopted the name the White House. He also oversaw a major renovation, moving the president's offices from the second floor of the residence to the newly constructed West Wing, creating the Oval Office as we know it today. So, what is the White House actually used for? Well, it's a three-in-one marvel. First and foremost, it's the official residence of the President of the United States and their family. The private living quarters are on the second and third floors. This is where the first family lives their day-to-day life, away from the public eye. Imagine growing up with the Lincoln bedroom just down the hall. Second, it's the principal workplace for the president and their staff. The West Wing is the heart of the executive branch. It houses the Oval Office, the Cabinet Room, and the Situation Room, a high-tech command center where the president and his advisors monitor and deal with crises around the globe. The East Wing contains the offices of the First Lady and her staff, as well as the White House Social Office. Finally, the White House is a living museum of American history. With 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, and 6 levels, the building is filled with priceless art and historical furnishings. The ground floor and state floor contain famous rooms like the Blue Room, the Red Room, and the State Dining Room. These are where the president hosts world leaders, holds state dinners, and celebrates American culture. It's a stage for diplomacy and ceremony, showcasing the nation's power and prestige. From its cornerstone laid by early Americans to its role as a global command center in the digital age, the White House has stood as a testament to the nation's journey. It's a place where history is not just preserved, but made every single day. What an incredible building. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour of the White House. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into history. See you in the next one.